Hey there, collective. Hope you guys are doing really well. Getting ready to start your collective reading. See what Spirit has for you guys today. Do remember this is a general reading. Only take what resonates as always and leave the rest. All right, guys. 1 second. Let me tilt down just a bit. Okay. Hopefully that will give you a little bit more range. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the collective, please? Messages for the collective. Okay, we have a woman holding a heart here. Number 44 may be relevant. Angel of Balance. Number 48. What else, Spirit? Have a community card here, number 7. I feel like I need to say number 84 may be relevant as well. Community. Okay. What else, Spirit? Something about the 5th chakra again. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, that's the throat chakra. And then we have another one. This is the 3rd chakra. So this is the solar plexus, Archangel Shamuel. Somebody really stepping into their strength here, all right? Accessing a lot of their, honestly, maybe the confidence levels are really up, or maybe that's something that Spirit is trying to work with you on to really balance, or maybe to keep you balanced. This to me looks like a very pronounced solar plexus, well-balanced chakra. So this may be just kind of a confirmation here that someone is working to keep someone very strong, very confident, very much so in their power in speaking or, communicating in some way, shape, or form, okay? And that could be through any way, that's inspired to you, obviously through music, the arts, but it could also be through just speaking, honestly, singing, anything like that, performing even. So you may be, with the community card here, there may be a lot of people here that is involved with this endeavor, okay? Or you could be obviously impacting a lot of people here. I do feel like you have 3 angels here. I mean, you have an angel of balance here too. So I do believe that someone here is definitely trying to balance things out or trying to help you to stay balanced in whatever this endeavor is that you are going through. Now, this could very well be about love as well. We do have a woman holding a heart here. I don't know if that is you or maybe someone else here, but certainly someone who is either ready to give their heart to someone, or perhaps this is someone that is ready to give their heart to you. It could be either. Whatever it is, I feel like there is a lot of, I almost feel like this is someone who has been working hard to heal their heart, honestly. Maybe this is someone who's been doing the work behind the scenes, someone potentially sitting in feminine energy here with a woman on the card. Okay, but maybe you're also, if you do have a community, if you do have other people who you are speaking to or inspiring in some way, perhaps you're coming across that way, really heartfelt in a sense. And then we have the sun. Okay, happiness, joy, success, laughter. I think a very prosperous time for someone here. Oh, wow. Okay, and then we have Karen Connections here on the bottom. Okay, so some of you guys, this may be someone who you're with currently, or someone who maybe is on your mind. It could also be someone who is coming up in your energy as well. I definitely think that someone here is ready to give their heart to another person, or feels as though they are ready to give their heart to another person. But most importantly, I feel like someone here has healed their heart. And that to me is the most important thing, right? Maybe you've been doing a lot of work on that, trying to get to that point. Obviously, you've had a lot of help here too with so many archangels here jumping in to kind of help the process. Whatever you've done here, I do feel that something is about to come about as a result of it here with Karen Connections and the sun right there together. But I think that you are making an impact. Maybe other people within a community are also kind of watching this change, or maybe they will be witnessing this shift, and maybe the coming together as well of 2 people. Let me see what this is about, actually, because I'm not exactly sure here. It does say Karen Connections. Karen Connections doesn't have to be a love connection, obviously. It looks like it in this picture. But caring connections can also be about you making very caring, loving connections, you know, with new friends as well, with the community, right? New friends. You could be making it with a new social group, something along those lines here. Yeah, we said we have the vine here. It says seek out information that will help you. Interesting. Okay. Somebody's about to have something laid kind of at their feet. I feel like my soul bearing kind of thing. I feel it's something, maybe someone is getting ready to speak up, or let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this. So we have skull, hidden secrets can harm you. So isn't that interesting? You have the vine here, seek out information that will help you. And then we have the skull, which is hidden secrets can harm you. So maybe this is what you're looking at here. Maybe you are getting ready to offer your heart to someone, or maybe you feel like you have, and it's left you feeling a bit imbalanced. Maybe you've had to work hard to get back to a state of balance here. Whatever this is, okay, I'm going to go a whole different direction here, because honestly, I'm picking up a lot around this energy here. Maybe it's taken you a long time to heal from another situation. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, okay? Maybe to the point where it leaves you, I don't want to say, I will say hyper focused on the fact that I've done all of this work, I've done all of this healing, you know, can I trust whoever this new person is that may be coming into my life, or whoever this is that's trying to offer me these caring connections here, right? And I feel like there is something you suspect anyway. And by the way, I want you to take this the way it's meant here, okay? You suspect potentially that there could be other stuff going on. So in essence, somebody could be standing in front of you and be the purest soul. I think you would recognize that actually, but someone could be standing in front of you and have the best of intentions, but you're not really sure about that. Like you're questioning that. And I think that's okay. You just got to figure out where you're questioning from. Is it from past wounds that have happened? Or, you know, maybe something that's actually being evidenced in front of you, two completely different things, okay? So I think that's why it's saying make sure that you're seeking out the information that will help you. I also feel like somebody may be wanting to offer you their heart here, may also be trying to seek out some information here to help them get closer to you. This right here says obstacles to overcome. Okay. Get a couple more here. Okay, I think somebody's trying to get close to you. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if they're trying to get information on how to get there. It does say it's time to go out and have some fun, though, with the grapes. Obstacles to overcome. Yeah, climbing towards success. I almost get this indication somebody may be trying to get close to you. Okay, I think Spirit is basically telling you, make sure that you're getting information, but I feel like somebody's trying to get information on you, to be honest. Okay, it does say obstacles to overcome, which makes me think that something is in between this, but you may be the obstacle. Okay, if you're the person that has been purifying your heart, okay, and clearing up your energy, you may be the person that kind of sees through things now, and someone doesn't know how to get to you, although they want to. Okay, I do feel like you do need to get back out, though. We see it right here. You got to get out. You got to have some fun. You got to be a little bit lighter. I think you may have been, maybe you've been isolated a little bit, staying alone. This is definitely telling you to kind of get out a little bit. Whatever it is that you enjoy, you know. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy, but it could be. Whatever it is, blow off some steam and just feel good, you know. It says climbing towards success here, you know, and that is what I think a lot of this preparation could definitely be for as well. Because I do feel whatever it is, whatever this message is here, this is something about you really feeling strong within yourself and speaking your truth, okay? Being very demonstrative is what I want to say, even so within your, you know, with your truth, with who you are, but also somehow this is going to really impact others. It's helping you to climb towards some kind of success, all right, to reach some kind of goal that maybe you have thought about, maybe you've been trying to do. You could have been actively working on this. Honestly, you could have been secluding yourself or working so hard. Maybe that's why you haven't been out as well, to have some kind of fun here. you know, as we grow, sometimes we do start to see these obstacles pop up as well, okay? Just unfinished things, right? And sometimes it's things just straight up trying to create some kind of imbalance, some kind of blockage. But this could also just be, you know, things that were unresolved within the energy field that are starting to really pop up, right? And you just have to overcome them. I don't think that's going to be an issue. You notice this says hill, right? This doesn't say mountain, okay? Hills. So I think you're probably a pro at dealing with things like that. There might be some kind of misunderstanding that is coming up too. I'm putting that on the third chakra. I feel that you're really going to have to stand your ground when it comes to that. Be confident in what it is that you feel like you know, maybe about a particular situation. You may have something moving towards you, or someone coming towards you wanting to talk about a misunderstanding too. Maybe it could have created some kind of wall between you and another. Yeah, there's another card of balance. So look at that. Something very strongly here. Whatever you are going to be doing or whatever you are doing, it does require that you keep a good deal of balance within your life. Okay, you have the angel of balance here though, and this. So whatever this is, whomever this is that I believe that maybe wanted to come and talk to you, the one that you need to seek out information on, the one that may be seeking out information on you to help them kind of get back into your good graces. They're saying hidden secrets can harm you. I really do feel like you need to inquire more into this particular situation if you decide to go that way, okay? Because something here may have already created a misunderstanding, or maybe that is coming up here, okay? And the thing is that I feel the strongest is it's almost like Spirit is saying, don't get off balance. You got two angels here really trying to keep you highly balanced because you need to be moving forward is what I'm getting here. Yeah, with whatever your path is. And I just feel like someone has the ability, in a sense, or may try. Yeah, someone may try, okay, to try and pull you off whatever your path is, or to pull you off focus here. It says bag, something important, such as a new job or a raise. So this could be, you could be stepping into a new job. That could be what that new success is. That could be what all that happiness is that you're actually going to be feeling here, okay? It could be a raise as well, but honestly, it could also be a business just kind of taking off. That's what I get the most. Okay, I just smell like, I don't know why I'm smelling like aromatherapy, like candles or something. But it could be anything. Maybe somebody's burning those right now as they're watching this. But yeah, look at this. Could also focus around spiritual development here, around your own enlightenment, around awareness, or helping other people to develop their awareness and their understanding of spirituality and spiritual development, okay? What else here? Grab these. Okay, this one that drops says key is successful outcome to your problems. We saw that you would have obstacles to overcome. Okay, and this is guaranteeing that you will have the successful outcome to your problems here. You have the key, okay? You understand what is happening. You have the keys within you. You certainly have angels here that look to me like they're trying to bring you balance and to help you to keep your life in balance. These are actually the scales of balance here. Okay, but this one says pay attention to your health. Another thing here, all right, about staying in balance and how imbalance is, okay, or stress is what I want to say. Drama, that kind of stuff can absolutely impact your health as well. It doesn't have to be that. You can have other things going on, but don't just disregard them. Talk to, I talk to my body, right? My body has cellular memory. I feel like it will tell me. And if I can't address it, then generally I'll just go, obviously and see someone and have them look into it. But I think it's really important. Don't just discount it. And a lot of times when we work a lot as well, we will discount that. I'm a little dizzy today, or I'm this, or I'm that. If you have something that's reoccurring, for sure, definitely make sure that you're seeking out medical advice on that. All right, let's look at some cards. I'm going to get some of these because I do want to see. Let me look at the yin yang over here. I like to get a little more context on what is happening here. Yeah, I would like to know what this imbalance is. What creates this imbalance? Oh, Okay, look at that. That's another card about the scales. Look at that. Oh my God, and that card actually says balance. I just noticed that. So karma, justice, balance here. You know, maybe you or someone around you is going towards or is experiencing a bit of karma that's really throwing things off a kilter here, okay? Maybe this person is trying to come back into your life in some way. I said that in the beginning, right? Someone's trying to re-enter the life here. Maybe it is something that you feel like you would like to have justice on. Why do I feel like someone, if it's someone that is using past experiences against you or trying to do that, maybe it could make you feel very stressed out. It's almost like a reigniting, right, of maybe things that frustrated you before, or things that you felt were harmful for you before, and now you see them kind of come into light. I don't think you, this is the biggest thing I want to tell you. I don't think you need to worry about it, okay? Um, don't internalize that. Don't internalize that stress. Just know that that will be something that's passing. All right. Try not to take it too hard. I think that definitely with all of these angels of balance here, that's what they're telling you. You are being actively empowered here. Continue talking. Continue, I think, speaking up for yourself, but also speaking your truth here, and stay in your or try to stay balanced as much as you can here. All right. Yeah. See. There's the Sun card again. That's the second time you've had it. So that's all about feeling very empowered here. Just talked about that again. You're just getting double confirmations, and we're just getting started here. All right, they're saying that you are very strong. All right, notice how she's wrapping her hands in this card as well around the sun, right? You already have it in your hand. All right, let it ignite you, let it fuel you in a sense. All right, let it energize you is what I want to say. I do feel like you are getting some kind of karmic justice is what I'm feeling. Maybe that's going to allow things or you to bring things into balance in some way. All right. We have a lot of self-love here. I think this is going to allow you to create in some way. All right. Maybe you're setting your intentions out there. Maybe that's what the woman holding the heart is. Maybe you're pouring a lot of self-love into yourself, or maybe because of that, someone here wants to offer you a heart here. Could definitely be someone who is in a lot of regret here, that's been repressing a lot of their emotions when it comes to you. Yep, I knew it. Somebody definitely wanted to come forward, though, and talk about something, okay? Maybe someone, that's that misunderstanding card. Maybe someone feels like they need to express themselves or bring you some kind of truth. Oh, I heard about something they know. So is this somebody that you've even been involved with here? Someone feels like they know something unless they've learned something about something they know that created a misunderstanding. So this card is the wall. So whatever it is, it created an instant barrier between you and someone else. Let me get more information. Yeah. Okay, shadow side, the dark night. So this person could have been going through a hella dark night of the soul here. We also saw karma over here as well, right? Karma can be good or bad, as we all know, okay? But I think this person has really had to figure some things out. Certainly, maybe they have learned something and want to share something with you that you need to know about someone who is acting out of their shadow side, or maybe that is this person. I get a strong, honestly, I'm starting to get a hit here that it might have been the person that was actually in their shadow side, though. But what I feel like somebody else is involved, too. Maybe you guys have mutual friends and someone else knew this and they weren't telling you. Something about the way something was handled or mishandled in this particular situation. Yeah, there was some kind of facade, I think, that was held by another, or maybe by several people, honestly. Someone was not being truthful here. That's why your cards started out saying seek out information that will help you. Hidden secrets can harm you. I almost feel like you, wow. I don't want to say you laid down with the devil, but I'm just going to say that maybe you, I don't know, maybe you felt maybe you got intertwined with someone who was mostly living out of their shadow side in some way, okay? That could have caused you a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, and you've spent a lot of time really getting over that. And look how empowered you are at this point. So this is why they keep jumping in to balance you, because I feel like something's going on here. Even if this person is not here, I feel like a lot of energy is moving towards you, and perhaps you're feeling that too. It might be impacting you in some way, but I'm telling you, it's going to be followed up by some kind of communication here. Whatever it is, you got to stay in balance here so that it doesn't impact your health here. This could be with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or that could be you, but that is very much so about a new start, okay? That's the same as having an ace, or as you get the Ace of Pentacles there. So that's the very same thing. So yeah, I definitely think that whoever this was that was in their shadow side here, they're going to want to come forward and want to speak some kind of truth, but also maybe want to plant a seed, to be honest with you. Yep, I'm telling you, Spirit, look at this. Message in a bottle. This is travel. This is communication. This is someone who wants to talk. And there's the card of seeds. I'm telling you, this is insane. Okay, so it may happen in the spring. All right, that card does say seeds. It says spring. I just said over here, someone wants to plant a seed. And honestly, I don't know if this was a fake friend. This could have been a fake friend, a false friend, something like that. You know, I feel like somebody else could also be the friend of somebody who is bringing you this information for some reason, but take it as it resonates. That might apply to some of y'all. Somebody that's in the know about something that was happening, some kind of facade here. Maybe they had you believe in something that was not true, but something here about the beliefs. Beliefs could have also blocked this connection in some way. Someone could have been very boisterous in a sense about their beliefs, also very controlling or acting like you know, maybe if you're spiritual or anything like that, maybe the way you believe, or even about, it could have even been about relationships, or, you know, long-term, maybe this person's very traditional and you're not, or vice versa. Just wasn't going to work for them, whoever it is. You know, I saw a shadow, but I felt like hella dark night of the soul vibes, which tells me somebody is, and honestly, they could still be going through this for sure. Let me get some tarot. I want to see what else is going on here. All right. I don't know if you call on your archangels, but honestly, as much as they're coming out lately, I would say if you believe in archangels, of course, I think you should do that, because you obviously have a lot that are trying to assist you here to keep you very strong, certainly to keep you balanced, to keep you feeling empowered. You may want to focus on that. All right, so we have the 7. All right, Spirit, give me more about my collective person here, please. Yeah, you have someone looking to invest here. You have someone that's definitely assessing what has happened here, what's happened in the past, maybe where they've planted seeds in the past. They don't seem very happy, honestly. In that, look, so they don't seem too happy in that picture. And then we have the 5. Yeah, this is a person that's sad. Okay, this is the person's definitely feeling the loss here. A lot of loss here. Obviously, I think maybe this shadow energy, or this dark night of the soul, sorting through a lot of the shadow energy has probably brought some things to light for this person. They're now seeing very clearly how many cups have been spilled over here. You know, I think this person has spent a lot of time, maybe they spent a lot of time also investing, okay, investing in the wrong things, in the wrong people. Maybe they're actually seeing that now, looking at that now. Why do I feel like there might be some kind of financial struggle too? Now, this card doesn't look like it, but I definitely feel that very strongly. So maybe they've been working hard to invest their energies into maybe money or building something, and they're just really looking at that right now. Why have I done all this? Why am I working so hard and nothing's making me happy? Because they've went through this dark night, or they could be in it right now. Look at this, yeah. They could be in it. I think they're realizing. So you've cut this person out. Very good chance of that here. And maybe this person has also refused to see the truth here. Remember what I heard? What did I hear earlier about? It's like someone knows something about what has happened here. I thought maybe it was a friend, but maybe someone here has just realized or recognized something. Maybe it was something that you said in the past. Maybe it was, yeah, it could have been something that you actually told them. But it could also just be, maybe they're just having recognition. You know, when we start to go through our shadow side, okay, especially with the dark night here, we begin to really get crystal clear about what's true, because we're removing all of those shadows out of the way, right? So we start to heal that trauma. We see things very clearly, and that may be what's happening here, where there was, but I feel like someone got blocked. So someone got blocked out of your life. Okay, and this, I don't know why I feel so strongly emotional around this particular card, but I feel it very heavily tonight. almost like you know how when you get really upset and you can double over, like because you're just that upset, like if a person dies that's real close to you or something like that, it's just debilitating in a sense. That's what I'm feeling. I don't think someone's just a little sad. I think someone is really going through it. There's been a heavy realization. I think about where someone has been investing here. Yeah, look at this. So someone may be thinking a lot about bringing forth something, okay? Maybe some kind of apology. A Page of Cups can certainly be an apology here. But also as they've gotten a lot clearer, I think that they're figuring out quite a bit here that there is a lot of love up underneath it also. They may have been really closed off to that before, weren't willing to see it. Maybe they knew it. Why am I saying that? Maybe they knew it, but for whatever reason, they chose to keep their head down, and maybe not face it. Yeah. Viewing you as their empress here. I think they definitely see that you're somebody of very high value. Okay, someone who is very creative, someone who is nurturing. Something about a calm, peaceful presence too. I think that is your power, right? That's your secret power here is what I'm getting here. There's a lot of grace around this card as well. Maybe this person also sees you over here birthing a lot of new things into your life. Maybe they also recognize that that is what's happening. Look at this. Why are all these pages? They want to talk. That's for sure. Okay, the Page of Wands. This person could definitely be younger than you. That's for sure. I mean, we got an Empress and a bunch of pages here. Maybe you are a mother. Maybe you do have a fire sign son or a water sign son or daughter, either one, child. Yeah, I think this person definitely knows. You see that this one is moving towards the Empress here with a cup in their hand, right? I definitely believe that somebody here is wanting to communicate here. Maybe they're trying to learn from you as well, because also with pages, I always see students, a student-like energy. So maybe they're trying to watch you, learn from you, seek advice, seek knowledge is what I got here. And I never get this with the Page of Wands, but look at this. Just look at his face in that and the way that he's looking, almost like he's looking up to God, or to the universe or to whomever he prays to, trying to seek some kind of knowledge here, gain some wisdom from the stars in a sense. I think this precipitates the message, though, and we already know that someone has wanted to communicate and possibly even travel to you. Yeah, look at this. Walking away from whatever I feel like has really kept them stuck. Okay, walking away from... And by the way, what's kept them stuck could have been completely in their head. I don't know what it was, but since there is a lot of investment here, maybe it's investment in a job too. Maybe it's investment in being a certain way. Okay, I really see that somebody here is ready to walk away. Maybe that's what they want to talk to you about, the fact that they're walking away from a situation. Maybe they thought that situation was valuable. Maybe they invested a lot of time and energy in a situation, and it's left them feeling just very sad here, very disjointed in a sense. Yeah, look at that. High Priestess, jeez, oh. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that you're going to see this coming. Definitely believe that this is certainly something that's very much so hidden. Somebody is really tuning in, I feel like, to their intuition, really listening to what they're receiving here. Also, you may have very well walked away is what I'm getting here too. You could have left them behind, but this person's looking over their shoulder. All right, maybe you have been kind of waiting on this person or assuming this person might come behind you, or maybe you feel like maybe you hoped that, or hope that they would be, I don't know, in pursuit of you in some way, okay? But it just looks to me like you've stepped into this energy now of high tuition. But I feel like it's both of you. I got to be honest with you. I don't think this is just about you. I think this is about them as well. I think you've stepped into this higher energy. Okay, so again, there's that calming presence, right? This is the keeper of secrets. This is the person that kind of stays to themselves, doesn't say a whole lot, but obviously holds a lot of wisdom. Very intuitive as well. So maybe they are trying to learn from you in a sense. Maybe this is why I felt like they were looking to the stars, looking for higher guidance here, higher wisdom on how to move forward. So what does this person want then from the collective spirit? I'd be interested in knowing what this hidden stuff is that can harm you. Or what does this person want from the collective spirit? Oh, wow. Okay, well, that is a marriage card. All right, so maybe this is what this person is thinking about. Maybe they want to come and move in with you. It's also a card of celebration, okay? But it could certainly be buying a home together, moving in together, celebrating together in some way. Maybe they see you celebrating, living your life. And maybe this is something that they want, definitely want to be closer to you. I notice that they're walking away from something here. Okay, so maybe that is what it is. Maybe they want to move closer to you. Maybe that's something that they want to communicate. Maybe they feel like that is the change that they need to make in order to have some happiness. Because right now there's a lot of sadness that seems to be ensconcing their surroundings, their life, you know. Whatever they do or whatever they're around to, I feel like this person has tried to really block off for a long time, almost not see it, or maybe they just couldn't see it for whatever reason. Maybe it's because they were in all of this shadow energy. Maybe they couldn't see the truth until they pulled off the mask here with the facade. This guy's holding a mask, and you see him, he's holding the actual face in his hand. All right, pulling it off. Maybe he pulled somebody else's off, who knows? But it definitely looks to me like they've made some kind of discovery about perhaps themselves, definitely themselves, and their inability, I want to say, to really see their own behaviors and maybe even those of others that are around them. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I think this person is either trying to prevent a cycle from ending or wanting to start a new cycle with you. But this is also a card to me about traveling, okay? Maybe they want to celebrate, move in. Maybe they're willing to move. Maybe you are in another country, on another continent. I mean, I don't know. I also feel for some reason like this is coming around. Like I want this to come back around again so that we can have a new start. Oh, my goodness. I just noticed. Look at the guy up here. In the picture, though, it's the same as the Page of Wands over here, right? How interesting. Okay, so maybe they want this, they want to just bring this back around again, whatever sacrifices or whatever they feel like needs to be made here. Why do y'all have to be closer to each other? Maybe y'all are just far away from one another here because they feel like in that way they can have victory. So here's the thing. This person may already like attention. Maybe they feel like y'all have a mission together with a 6, okay? It's going to bring you a lot of success, a lot of accolades here. This person may very well see you given to other people or impacting other people in some way, certainly getting a lot of attention as well. All eyes on you is what I'm kind of feeling here. You could be also known here worldwide. Maybe they're seeing that as well, but they want to be a part of that, or they feel like they are supposed to be a part of that. They feel like there's okay, what's the interference? There's some kind of interference in the part of that. This person's been holding a lot of love here. Maybe that's been unexpressed. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Capricorn here. Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm going to go back to this whole thing. I don't know who the Queen of Wands is here. I definitely feel like somebody here has got a lot of unexpressed love here with this King of Cups, and maybe they feel like this is something they need to be expressing. That Queen of Wands just fell on the Empress, so I'm thinking that might be you sitting in this energy, honestly, if the Empress is actually you, because we have someone who's very passionate and certainly dynamic, a good business person, someone who speaks their mind here, okay, but also with some grace, okay? I think that you easily draw people in, and I feel like that is what's happening. I think this person feels like they need to express something to you. Something about, why do I keep feeling like something that has been revealed or discovered in some sense here? Yeah, maybe it has to do with juggling. You remember there was a card up there in the very beginning that said there was a misunderstanding. Maybe that's something they want to talk to you about. Maybe you felt as though this person was juggling you in the past. Maybe this person is saying to you, I want to come there. I know that you have other priorities. I'm not juggling, you know, something like that. I feel like you think this person was juggling just due to their behavior, whatever it was. Maybe you knew that they were juggling, but maybe it was due to their own actions or lack thereof. Okay, maybe they disappeared or had questionable actions, and that's why you thought that in the past. But look at this. We have another 2 here. This time the 2 of Cups, okay? Yeah, I think that this person definitely wants to talk to you about some kind of misunderstanding in terms of how they were acting, or maybe not making you a priority. Maybe trying to tell you that they have made some kind of decision here with the 2s, and that they want to be with you in some kind of partnership, okay? Some kind of, there's definitely a friendship here. There's a love here. This to me is a very powerful love card, but it can also be a card of 2 people coming together for a business endeavor, okay? Remember I said I think this person feels like they're supposed to be doing this with you. I do feel that. So I don't think this is only about love, to be honest with you. I think it's about love. I think it's about friendship. And I think it could very well also be about someone feeling as though they need to be, or that they are supposed to be on this journey with you. All right. Let me get some of these. Actually, let me pull. I'm going to see who my players are in this reading. I would like to know what this hidden thing is. I don't know. Something, this looks really beautiful, but something in me tells me that there's something that, and maybe they will come clean, but I don't know. I feel like something is definitely not right here with this skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. I think you got to use your better judgment. I think that's why you have so many balance cards up here as well, telling you to make sure that you're staying balanced, saying that you have an angel of balance, of course. Obviously, the clearer that we are, you know, even with the 5th chakra here, okay, and the throat chakra, that's also about hearing. Most people don't know that, but, you know, the ability to actually listen very clearly as well. So I think that's part of it, so that you're able to interpret what's being said, really take it in, and but also know if it's, you know, is this right or is this complete BS? Okay, I think that's so important. But then you also have the 3rd one here, which tells me that the angels are trying to keep you very strong as well, so that you don't get off balance. Okay, you don't get swept up in emotions. All right. All right. Yeah. So we have someone here definitely that's feeling numb right now. I do get that. Remember what I said here about the person literally being completely like in their gut, completely like laid over. Okay, maybe they've been feeling very numb about the situation, about what's, I'm telling you, they've been through a hell of a dark night. That's what I feel. I feel it the strongest. I just think that it's left them feeling pretty powerless in a sense. And maybe they've been that way for a while. Now, this person is walking away from something else as well. So it could have also, they could be leaving someone else feeling that. All right, someone else in this situation could be feeling powerless and numb. Okay, you could be dealing with an Aries here. Okay. Definitely someone who could have been your crush here in the past, or someone that's been crushing on you, all right? Maiden, we could have a Virgo in the picture here, you know. Maybe this is you. This could be someone else here. I think it may be, well, it could be either of you guys, okay? Someone who helps basically everybody. Someone who's a deep thinker, a very sweet nature, kind, caring. Might have a wizard here, okay? So someone who practices some kind of magic or uses that to create what they want to manifest in their life. That could be you as well. That could be them. Could be another person entangled in this. Could have a Leo as well. Could be involved. Have a detective. Well, this is very appropriate, right? Because it does say that we need to find it. We should be asking the right questions here. Seek out information that will help you. Hidden secrets can be harmful. So maybe we have someone here that is really looking heavily as well. They could be looking into you. Remember what I was saying earlier about seeking information about you? Somebody could be seeking information about you. Maybe somebody's playing detective here, trying to seek information about you. This could be this person. This could be someone else that knows that this person is walking away from them to come to you if your person was in some kind of other situation. Or it could, honestly, it doesn't have to be a love situation. It could very well be a family dynamic or anything like that. Somebody in this situation, though, is very wise. All right. It is someone who people consult, I think, for information, for their wisdom, for their guidance here, sage. Maybe they're looking at you as well, okay, as a bit of a sage as well. Looking to you for guidance. We have a Sagittarius here. Somebody could be a Sagittarius in the picture. Got a high roller. Somebody may be viewing you, or you may be viewing them as someone who is a high roller in the picture, okay? Someone who likes to live a very good life. Why do I feel like someone is looking at you like this? Someone who is very wise. Okay, they're scoping it out here. I don't know if this is a person or someone dealing with this person, but they're trying to acquire some kind of information here. They do see you living, I think, a nice life for yourself. Maybe they know also that you've gained a lot of abundance. And you're just out here kind of enjoying your life. Something about them missing the boat before. So why did they miss the boat? Maybe they were distracted with other things here. Maybe they were also putting themselves out there like they were living some kind of high life, okay? And they could have been. All right, but at this point, I feel like if that were the case, they obviously must feel. But you know what? I did get something about their finances here, though. So maybe they were putting out that kind of persona to other people, but they were just finding they weren't having any happiness in their life, okay? Maybe that it was like a false sense of happiness. I think this is about you. I'm not going to lie. For a lot of you guys, I think this has to do with you. I think that you maybe have acquired a lot in your life, and it's allowing you, maybe because you have been following your gifts or getting more in alignment with your soul, you know, working very hard, reestablishing yourself, maybe do your own growth, all of that good stuff. You've been awarded a pretty good life right now. Maybe someone is sitting back watching that, checking into that. They know, I'm going to tell you that. I feel like they do know this. You may be an empath, all right? Very strong empath, okay? They could be an empath as well, okay? But definitely somebody involved here who has empathic abilities, okay? The ability to, you know, see through people, certainly the ability to feel through situations. Very highly intuitive person here, I feel. Yeah, you could be dealing with a water sign here as well, or someone who is very emotional in this situation, or maybe there is a water sign here that is also involving themselves in this situation too. I don't know why I keep going back to this, but I feel like there might be somebody else that's kind of checking in a little bit or trying to get information. Doesn't have to be, but I feel that way. Could be a water sign. And then we have a mother here. Okay, the thing about this mother that is, first of all, she's obviously quite beautiful, you know, showing her back line and like that, but I see that she has almost like a sword behind the back. So maybe they're looking at you as like, you're this protective mom, or you carry this beautiful protective mother energy. We did have the Empress there as well, right? So yes, I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm amazing, I'm creative, I'm all of those things, but I also protect what I love is what I'm getting with that. Let me get a couple more here. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, somebody is trying to get information on you. They're looking you up. They might be stalking your social media, driving by your house. I don't really know, and if they can do that. I feel like this is more like just trying to get information on you. They could be Googling your name for that matter, just trying to pull up anything that they can. Look at, I'm telling you, these cards are very diverse, and now we have a card about intuitive. So definitely, okay, we definitely are dealing with someone who is highly developed, highly intuitive. We have an empath here, we have an intuitive here, we have a sage here. Very wise individual that is involved here. So you definitely, I think, have someone that is deeply looking into this situation, watching you in some way, trying to gain their own insights, okay? They know that you've leveled up to a large degree here is what I'm feeling with this wizardry up here. This could be a person also that sits in that magician energy, okay? They see you being very loving and caring, obviously caring for others here is what I'm getting. And they're trying to do their homework because for whatever reason, they may feel they're just crushing on you, right? They feel a lot of love here. Maybe they've always considered you some kind of crush here, all right? maybe they've developed a crush for you. I don't really know. Maybe you guys were friends before, or maybe you barely know this person. I'm not sure. But I know that they definitely feel like they've missed an opportunity here. And I do feel like that could be leaving them feeling quite numb in terms of, I don't know if they screwed up an opportunity or if they just completely didn't bust a move up here and they just completely missed an opportunity here. But they do have romantic feelings towards you, okay? Very romantic feelings towards you. And maybe that is what they want to talk to you about, how they kind of messed this up. There is a Taurus involved here. And then we have lover here on the bottom. So you could have already been a lover to this person. Maybe you guys had a quick affair, or something quick happened between the two of you, and then perhaps it was over or something along those lines. Okay, I'm gonna get some messages here. So this person might like to say to my collective, please, Spirit. This almost gives me vibes of like somebody that has been disconnected, perhaps even in another situation. Maybe they were, and now they're trying to locate you, or now they're trying to find stuff on you. But if there's a third party, I definitely feel like this person's come to some kind of realizations that's left them feeling very numb, very alone. Okay. And I just think your person's walked away from something, though. That's what I'm getting with that age. I don't get that that's you. You could, I'm sure that you did, but honestly, I feel like you're so evolved up here that I don't get that this is just happening with you. I feel like you've already walked away from that. So them coming back into your life could be what throws you off balance in a sense here, okay? Something is not over. You're going to feel like something is not over. They haven't left something in the past, something like that. You know, but the truth is it true? Or is it based on your past experience with this person? Yeah, somebody daydreaming. Wanted to bring some kind of romantic offer here, or at least feeling very romantic, feeling all the feels here, okay? I think when it comes to you as they watch you. I remember everything that you said. There you go. You could have told them something. Maybe something they didn't want to believe at the time. Maybe they didn't want to level up. Maybe you told them that. Maybe you told them that you couldn't have this kind of shadow energy in your life. You were, you know, trying to walk this spiritual path in a sense, and perhaps they were like, well, whatever, you know. But maybe you were trying to tell them that they were sitting amongst a lot of lower energy, a lot of dark stuff that was going to bring bad stuff into their life. And I think that's what happened. Yeah, cold. This relationship is definitely very cold. I don't feel like you have any kind of contact with this person in particular. If you do, it doesn't seem romantic at all. It's very cold. Like if I saw somebody at work, I would still be professional, but that's all you're getting. Fantasizing. So we have daydreaming and fantasizing. Somebody's really, could be the person sitting here also in this wizard energy, feeling like they could bring this together, or at least thinking about how they could do that, how things could be here. Yeah, it says I'm working on myself. See? Yep. I think this person is woken up from a lot, okay, of shadow energy and having to really, after going through something quite traumatic here, and it looks to me like although they're sitting here numb, notice that she's glaring out too, just kind of gazing out, like just watching, trying to figure out how to move forward. I feel like you have a strong person here too, because I'm even looking at the Aries. I was just pulled into that. You know, the Aries obviously has on the headdress and stuff ready for battle. I just feel like you're dealing with a person that is strong enough. They just have to kind of reclaim that energy. Yeah, guarded. That's actually, they're feeling very guarded right now for sure. Okay, based on what they've been through, and probably feeling like them approaching you, they would know that you would be a little guarded too. Why do I feel like this person blocked you? Why did I just get that? They could have blocked you, honestly. They could have blocked you, and now they're having a lot of regrets about that, because now maybe you've moved forward, or they don't know how to reach you. Very nostalgic here, thinking about the memories that y'all had. Thinking about the things maybe that were said, maybe the good times that you had, the conversation. Suddenly all the songs that I hear are about you. And it says, see, this is one of the biggest things. I thought about reaching out, but I don't know what to say. I definitely think that this person has been very indecisive in the past. They're full of regret. Um, they're not quite sure how to approach a situation, especially, again, I think just kind of looking at you, you're in the Empress and the Queen of Wands energy. I mean, come on. They know that they have all of this love here. Okay. But they're not sure how to come back in after, I feel like, a major screw up on their part in the past. Here, look, I just flipped the deck and it says regret on the bottom. I just said that. So, I mean, definitely Spirit just kind of confirming that, you know, somebody here needs to bring you some kind of, or some kind of justice here. But I think the Spirit's really been working on them and rebalancing the scales, okay? Because coming in like that is just not good. But the thing about someone who just goes through stuff like that is they do need to get their footing. Okay, so if this is the case and this is your story, I would say allow them a little time to get their footing in place so that when they do, they're on more secure grounds right here. I don't know why I feel like some kind of attachment here, like someone may be still trying to hold on to this person potentially. So just take that as it resonates. If they are attached to something else, you know, there's some more work to do is what I'm feeling here in order to fully disengage and to step fully into their power. So all right, guys, that is what I have for you. Hopefully it will resonate with some of you. If it does, please don't forget to hit the like button. I will see you guys very soon. Bye.